Hello everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. This week's topic is going to be about stigmatized properties and primarily marijuana grow-ops. Okay, so today, October 17th, marijuana has become legal in Canada, so I thought it was an appropriate time to talk about how that affects your real estate investment. Stigmatized properties and marijuana grow-ops are handled completely different in our industry as opposed to non-stigmatized properties. Reasons being, in a big grow-op that's been busted by the police, usually with hundreds plus plants, you need to do some alterations to the house. And when that house gets sold, we don't know what it is we're selling or buying. Three biggest things that we notice: wiring. You're going to need access to a lot of extra electricity, so there's a lot of clips and cuts to the wiring, even from the main, but all through the house, things that might probably not done professionally. So there's an issue with the wiring. Mold is another issue. There's a lot of moisture to grow the plants, so mold becomes an issue. It goes behind the walls. We can't see it, but we know it's there. The third issue is the fertilizer and the chemicals used to grow the plants. It's disposed of improperly, usually down drains or on the sides of the houses, and then it seeps into porous materials, so walls, carpets, and it stays there, so degrading the property, degrading the house. Houses in Canada that are busted and considered grow-ops can still be sold. CMHC, the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation, they will finance them. There are some stipulations, though, to their financing. One is you need a minimum 20% down payment, so self-financing. You're going to need to also pay a 1% premium on that, a little rider that they have just as more insurance on their end that the property will be able to be in good shape so they can resell it. And lastly, a certification that the property is habitable. So generally what happens when a house gets busted as a grow-up, the city goes in and puts in a work order and a laundry list on this work order of things that must be done. Generally getting rid of the mold, check the wiring. I've seen lists of up to 20 different items that need to be done. CMHC will not give financing for that property until all of those laundry list of items have been taken care of. So you go through that, you pay a premium on your financing because you're going to your financing, your mortgage broker. When you're looking to a normal house, they'll take it to maybe 60 different lenders. So supply and demand, they're competing for your business. When a house has a stigma to it attached, grow up, most of those 60 run away, and we're left with just a small handful of lenders who's going to give you the money, maybe 4 or 5 different lenders. And again, with supply and demand, if there's fewer that are giving you supply, the demand is going to cost your price going to go up for your financing. So just keep in mind, dealing with the stigmatized property, a grow up. If you're a buyer, you're looking at the price, it looks great. You are going to be paying more for it in the long run in your insurance costs. Thing to also keep in mind with the stigmatized property, you buy it. You're a buyer, you think you got a great deal, you go in, you do the laundry list of items that are required, you make a great house out of it, you raise your children there, you keep it for 5, 10, 20 years. You go to sell it in 20 years, that property is still stigmatized according to CMHC. So no matter what you do to that house, until it gets torn down, it's still going to be a stigmatized property. You're still going to have trouble getting people to insure it. And on the great buy on your side, your sell is not going to be as profitable as the neighborhood is going to show and what you might have hoped for. So just keep that eyes wide open when you're buying a stigmatized property. The reason we talk about that today, now you're allowed to grow 4 plants in your own house. I'm not saying that that's going to be a grow up, but you are allowed to grow 4 plants in your house. This is now law in Canada. How that changes financing, we don't know. We've been given zero heads up from either CMHC, home insurers who traditionally have shied away from this. Are they going to be even more difficult to get home insurance on your property because you're growing marijuana in your house? We don't know. Started today. I will keep you updated as we hear more. If there's more information, we'll let you know. If you have any questions on that, please let me know. I'll keep an eye out and make sure that we keep you informed. And if there's anything you would like me to talk about next week, let us know. Otherwise, have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.